Hi, my name's Travelling Jones, and I want to talk to you today about how I've managed to lose 9 stone in 12 months through eating one meal a day. I'd always struggled with weight, and I've tried different diets, Slimming World, the Atkins diet, the 5-2 diet, and I even went through a phase once and I thought, if I only eat one meal a day, I won't eat 3,500 calories on that one meal. And to be perfectly honest with you, all of it worked, everything worked, but it was just unsustainable because I didn't really understand the science that was behind it. My background is in engineering, electronics and instrumentation, so I respond to knowing how things work. And my mind works in a way that if you do this, that happens. If that happens, then this will happen and that will be the result. So that's the way my mind works. That's the way I'm wired. I was well overweight. I was 20 stone 5, and every night I looked in the mirror in the bedroom and I said, whoa, why are you looking like this? Whose fault is it? And I thought, who can I blame for this? And it was my fault. It was my fault. And I kept saying, why am I doing the things I don't want to do? I'd learnt along the way that carbohydrates were a problem, but I didn't understand how they worked. I didn't understand the science behind it. And I am a Christian, and I'm proud to say that. And I pray regularly. So I prayed and I said, God, please help me. Help me to understand what it is I've got to do. I know what I've got to do, but I'm struggling to do it. And being retired, I have the time to look on YouTube. And I came across this thing called OMAD, 1 meal a day. And I thought, wow, I've tried that. Obviously, like I was saying, trying to figure out if I could just eat 1 meal a day, less than 2,500 calories, and I thought that would work. But I looked at it, and I looked closer at it, and I started to understand what was happening. And I saw videos by people like Dr. Jason Fung, Butter Bob Makes Your Pants Fall Off, Dr. Eric Berg, and I was following all these videos on YouTube, and I got an understanding about it, about how when you eat carbohydrates, it turns to glucose. That spikes your insulin. The insulin then takes that excess glucose out of your blood and ends up sticking it on your body as fat, which is food really at the end of the day. I understood it. I thought, I'm going to try this 1 meal a day. And that's what I did. I just jumped into it. And it was on the 11th of January 2019. I weighed myself and I thought, I'm going to do this. I want to lose weight. Because I've got to that stage in life where I was aching. I had pains in my joints, I had pains in my feet. I couldn't walk very far. And I just felt that my life was sort of coming to an end, really. Because I was obese, I couldn't tie my own shoelaces, so I only wore slip-on shoes. I had trouble putting socks on in the morning. The clothes I wore, they were sweatshirts and baggy jeans. And I looked as if I got dressed with a shovel. Really did. Because I couldn't buy clothes that looked nice. And I didn't want to spend money buying a suit, which was 3XL or whatever it would be for me, 48-inch chest, you know, with a 46-inch waist. I just couldn't be bothered. I just couldn't be bothered. So when my wife wanted to go shopping, nah, it's okay, you go. When we went on holiday, we hired these buggies because I just couldn't walk around. I just couldn't do the walks that I used to be able to do when I was younger. And all these things made me very, very unhappy. And I thought, I don't want to be like this. I really don't want to be like this. And as I said, I prayed. And I started watching these things on YouTube. And through the 1 meal a day experience, what I learned was that if I had one meal between 5 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock, that was like my window. I wasn't having 3 meals within the 2-hour window. Once we got to 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I would eat, I'd have a meal. And I cut out my carbohydrates, I cut out bread, I cut out cakes, chips, potatoes, rice, pasta, sweets, all the things that we love and enjoy eating. I just cut them out completely. And I started to keep a journal, kept a record of my weight loss. I believe in weighing myself every day. To me, I need that feedback. I need to know what the weather's going to be like today, so look out the window to see how if the sun is shining or if it's raining or snowing. I need that feedback. And along my journey, I took various videos of myself. I got my old clothes out, the ones that used to fit me, because I was a bit of a hoarder, so I never threw anything away really. And I still had clothes going back many, many years, coats and jackets, shirts. And I started trying these on, and they would come up to here. Yeah, here's a few videos that you can look at. Hi, this is Travelling. A few weeks ago I made a video about these jeans that wouldn't fit me. Here's a quick recap. Hey, look at these trousers, they won't fit me. I'm currently wearing a size 44 waist trousers, but these are size 40. I've had them for years, I just wouldn't get rid of them because I knew I was going to get back into them, but this is how they are today. But I know that really tight, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I could probably get them to fit me, but that wouldn't be a good idea. So as you can see, they were really, really tight to fasten, but look at this now, result. And I can fasten them up. And they fit me, they feel comfortable. So that's a result for me. Hi, it's Travelling. Look at this. I'm wearing my denim jacket. A couple of months ago, this wouldn't go anywhere near me. But now I fastened it up. It's a little bit tight, I'm not going to pretend. If you've got any old clothes that don't fit you now, that you want to slim into, get them out, try them on, and even if they're up to there, it doesn't matter. Come back next month, they'll be up to there. Just keep doing this. I want to encourage you. 29th of June 2019. Look, you know that I'm a great advocate of getting out those old clothes that don't fit you. Put them on, even if they're only up to there. Take a photograph of yourself, make a little video. But here's some pictures of me in this jacket going back a couple of months and a month ago. Now, you can see that this it's nowhere near me. But look at this now. It's overlapping here. I can fasten it. And some fashionistas would say I don't have to fasten the bottom button, but that's okay. But it fastens now. So that's a result. Now, on the 2nd of June 2019, I made 2 videos. Filming this jacket a few weeks ago, well, it only went up to there. Well, today is the 2nd of June 2019. Look at that, I can get it fastened. I can fasten it, but it's a bit tight. But you know what? It's so important to see that we're making progress. This is the yellow jacket, and you've just seen how it sort of fitted me, but it was tight. Now, as I say, we keep sticking to what we're doing, and there's always a better result. So look at that now. It overlaps, and I can fasten it up without any creases. Last month, this was tight. Still slightly on the tight side. And this month, an overlap. Look at that! Fantastic! That was me trying clothes on. And along this journey, I started to feel better and losing weight. Wow, did that encourage me? I was so encouraged to lose this weight. And understanding the science of how when you eat carbohydrates, it turns to glucose in your body. And then that impacts on your blood sugar levels. And the insulin comes along from your pancreas and takes that glucose out of your blood and then goes to feed it to your cells. And the cells say, no, I'm full up, I don't want any more today, thank you. And then it gets stored in your body as fat. So what you do is you're building up food. You keep putting food in our mouths, biscuits, cakes, 3 meals a day, plus all the other bits and pieces in between, making bad choices. But I decided to take back control of my life. Took back control of my life. And the benefits of eating only 1 meal a day, well, first of all, you don't have to cook once a day. You eat less food, so that saves you money. There's less washing up to do, so that's good. You can get on with doing other things. And the amazing thing is that once you get into it, you don't feel hungry. You don't feel hungry. Maybe on the first day or first week, you'll think, oh, you know, I need some food, I need something to eat. But you push through that, and that's okay. Then I had what was known as keto headaches. I didn't know what they were. And I went to see my doctor because I thought I maybe got a brain tumour and told him what I was doing. And I was told to take some paracetamol. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go on medication. And I discovered that it was to do with electrolytes, salt. So in between my meal, I was drinking black coffee or water, but mainly black coffee. So I started adding small amounts of salt into my black coffee, and it was okay. It tasted a bit like a stock cube. You know, if you've ever had an OXO stock cube in a drink, it tasted like that. And after a while, these headaches went. And then I noticed that my joint pains had gone. My feet weren't aching. I could walk further. Now, in April of last year, I had lost 3 stone. And I thought I'd done really, really well. And we went on holiday to Benidorm. And here are some photographs. Now, I thought that having lost 3 stone, I'd look slimmer. But if you look at the photographs, I don't, because it was all visceral fat. The fat that I was living off was the fat that was inside my body. When I lay on my back in bed, my belly would stick up. I couldn't draw my belly in to show my rib cage because there was so much fat there. That's not the case today. That has all gone. I have now a sunken stomach. So this is me now. All that fat has gone, and yet I've got loose skin. Looks like a crumpled bag of crisps, and I can draw my stomach in. Because that before, as I said, was visceral fat, but now this is the new me, and I feel fantastic. Way to go. 1 meal a day, that to me was that was the answer. And I then embarked upon periods of extended fasting. So I did not only 24-hour fast, but 36 to 72. I can't remember the longest fast I've done. To me, it was important to measure what was happening. And I also made notes of the things that I was eating. You know, some days I would just lose the plot, and I would have some biscuits or a piece of cake. I knew it was wrong, but I just gave in. I didn't do it often, but when I did these things, I had leg cramps at night. I thought, wow, what's that? But the leg cramp was caused by the glucose in your blood. It causes these kind of problems. And then I could notice that I had twinging in my hands. I had aches and pains, only small joint pains. My feet would start aching again. And I could feel the difficulty coming on in walking. I thought, if I carry on doing this, I'm going to go back to where I was. And I didn't want to go back to where I was. I wanted to move forward to losing weight. And so it's been an amazing journey for me. And you know, my friends used to say, oh, you've lost a lot of weight, Fred. What are you doing? And I'd say, well, I'm eating 1 meal a day. I'm fasting. And it's good for me. Oh, it's dangerous that. Oh, you're starving yourself and, you know, you're not getting your nutrients. But they didn't understand, bless them. You know, I have learned now that carbohydrates is a non-essential nutrients. We don't need it because our bodies can make glucose from protein through a process called gluconeogenesis. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical expert. I'm not even an expert on biochemistry, but I am an expert by experience on 1 meal a day because I'm living proof that it works. I'm still here. So this is all evidence-based. And I know how it made me feel. My energy levels were really, really high, and they still are. I feel 30, 40 years younger than I am. I just wish I had the body to go with it. But my mobility is far, far better. I can get up off the floor now without having to roll onto a chair or a suite to do like a Frisbee flop. You know, you climb up and you go back on the chair, roll your body on until you can get up. And now I can kneel down on the floor and I can get up off the floor. I can bend down to pick things up without falling over. I can put my socks on easily now, whereas before I had to get into a weird position and to get my feet anywhere near where I wanted to be. I can now wear shoes with shoelaces, so I don't have to have slip-ons. I can now wear nice clothes, not black sweatshirts that I used to wear. And one day my wife turned around to me and says, those jeans that you're wearing, Trev, she says, they're far, far too big for you. You need to get another pair of jeans. And I said, no, I'm not ready to buy jeans yet. Here's a photograph of me in the jeans. Now, would you really go out looking like that? But I did, because I'm not bothered. I got to that stage with being fat. I thought, who cares? I don't care. But I didn't feel good inside. I was hurting inside. I'll let you know that. So anybody who's fat is hurting inside, but I didn't want it to be seen. But anyway, my wife says, come on, let's go and buy some jeans. So I went to Marks and Spencer's and I thought, well, I was 46 waist. And I think the jeans I was wearing was 44. I could just sort of pull them up. And then I thought, I'll try 42, too big. I tried 38, 38. They fitted me. So I bought a pair of jeans, 38-inch waist. But within a couple of months, they were too big. So now my jean size is, my waist size now is 36. I could probably squeeze into 34. My t-shirt sizes have gone down from 2 and 3XL down to large. But now it's better for me to wear medium. I can go out and buy clothes now, nice clothes. I can go into a shop, buy a shirt, look at it large or medium, try it on, it fits me. Whereas before I was looking for 2XL, 3XL. It's not good, you know, being overweight. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental well-being. And your self-esteem. You just don't feel good. So I would encourage you that if you can help anybody to get healthy first, you have to get healthy first to lose weight. Then if they feel that one meal a day would be a way that they could go, then I would encourage you to ask them to get in touch. I was very fortunate because along the way of looking at on the various videos on YouTube, I came across a video by a person called Dr. David Unwin in Southport. Well, all the videos I'd watched had been made in America by American speakers and doctors and health gurus. And here I am listening to a doctor based in Southport by the name of Dr. Unwin, Dr. David Unwin. Wow. And he mentioned the name of a lady called Dr. Joanne McCormack from Warrington. And I thought, I'm in Warrington, I live in Warrington, I want to meet this doctor. I won't go into the story of how I actually came to meet her. It's a bit outside the box, but never mind about that. Anyway, I got to know Dr. Joanne McCormack, a lovely, lovely lady. I attended her meetup support groups, and to cut a long story short, I then ended up running my own meetup support groups. The opportunity to be able to help and encourage other people was amazing. I was helped by people like Keith Rathbone and Daksa Jobanputra, who came alongside me from day one. And that's why I joined the Public Health Collaboration, so I could start making a difference. And it's important that we do make a difference. I've now going to set up a Zoom meeting. We've got our first one on the 11th of May. So that will have been before you see this video. The opportunity of helping people, and along that journey of one meal a day and researching into it, has enabled me to understand how my body works, how our bodies work. We're wonderfully made, absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic. And we need to understand the consequences of bad decisions that we make when we eat the wrong foods. So I want to encourage you today to help other people. I started taking apple cider vinegar. I started measuring my ketones. And I realised that if I was in ketosis, I was in fat burning mode. And fat burning mode was where I wanted to be. And so I measured my ketones daily. I wasn't looking at the numbers. I wanted to see, was I in ketosis or was I not in ketosis? And people said to me, oh, those pea strips are no good, they're not accurate. I'm not bothered about accuracy. I didn't want to know the numbers. I just wanted to know, was I in ketosis? Was I in fat burning mode? My body was producing ketones, and your brain loves ketones far, far better. It's because we're a dual fuel system. We run off glucose and we run off ketones, and it's far, far, far better to run off ketones. So the opportunity of learning how our bodies work was absolutely amazing. And you know, part of my journey, I thought, well, I'll try these fat bombs. That's where you have a black cup of coffee and you put a big dollop of butter in it, or you might put a big dollop of full fat cream. And I started eating belly pork and started eating fatty food. And I noticed that my weight loss stopped. I stopped losing weight. And I'm thinking, whoa, what's going on? Now, if I didn't weigh myself daily, I wouldn't have noticed that. It could have been a month before I'd realised it, but I saw it straight away that I was not losing weight. Because I was losing some weight every single day. And I noticed that I wasn't losing weight, and I thought, well, something's going on here. What have I done that's different? And because I kept a journal, I realised that I'd started eating fat. And then I learned that the fat I was eating was keeping me in ketosis, but I wasn't burning my body fat, I was burning the fat that I was eating. So if we look at the ketogenic macros, it says that most of your daily intake, your food intake, should be made of fat. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but for me, it didn't work because I was trying to lose weight. I wanted my body to eat the fat that I was wearing, the spare food that I had on my body. And to me, that was the most important thing. So I cut out the fat, and hey-ho, I started losing weight again. So that was another lesson to be learned. Now, that's what makes me an expert by experience. There's a thing called EBs and EBOs. EBE is an expert by experience. EBO is an expert by occupation. So if you haven't done what I've done, you could become an EBO. In other words, we all learn from other people's experiences. I mean, I haven't done the things that Dr. Jason Fung has done. But I've learned from him. I haven't done the things that Dr. John McCormack has done, but I've learned from her. And working with and watching how people share this message of encouragement to others who need to know about eating healthily, who need to know how to get off the junk food cycle and to eat real food is critically important. I have a Facebook page called Keep Fat Club. On there, we share photographs of our meals to encourage people, because people say, well, if I can't eat potatoes and I can't eat bread and I can't eat rice and I can't eat pasta, what can I eat? Well, there are plenty of other foods out there. The most important thing is obviously to have our nutrients and our vitamins. So I was taking vitamin supplements daily. I was taking my apple cider vinegar, and there are benefits on that. So I made another video about apple cider vinegar. I made videos about cooking meals and sharing these on the Facebook page, the Keep Fat Club. I also have a YouTube video channel which is called Warrington Low Carbohydrate. And on there I've got lots and lots of videos. I put them into subject order. So if you wanted to look up on intermittent fasting, you could do. If you wanted to find out which videos to watch about insulin resistance, they are there. If you wanted to watch a video on apple cider vinegar, I put them into different categories. So I would encourage you again to share your resources, help each other, get together more often. Let's not be individuals, but let's work as a team. Let's collaborate. Let's get our heads together and let's find out what works, and let's encourage other people who need the benefit of our experience and knowledge to do that which works. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you have a great day and keep safe. God bless you all and your house. Bye.